Gaff, I can tell your disappointment after today's performance. How would you sum it up?
Barely disappointed, Gareth. You know, I think especially the first half, I thought we were very good. Dominating the ball, keeping the ball, making some great passes of play. Just in the final third, our final ball just wasn't there. And we got off to a great start. You know, Robbie's fantastic free kick, good play for Jai. And we had a couple of other half chances. They never really caused us much. And then the goal that we conceded, the first one, it's just daft. It's naivety. You know, no disrespect to Stevie. He's not going to run away for you. And I think there you just get against him and just deal with the ball. But we try and nip it, and then he gets a wee toe and he's in 1-on-1. It's a great finish. But again, I thought for there we kept the ball really well, suffocated them very little. Even at the start of the second half, fought fine, and then obviously goals change games, and I think the 3 goals today in the second half especially were really poor.
You know, like you say, we did start it quite strong, got the goal to go 1-0 up, and it was a significant improvement on last week's performance, back to what we expected from the boys. And even when it went to 1 each, you know, still in it, and then the sucker punch of the 2 quick goals, and it actually seemed to drain the boys. Yeah,
any time you lose a goal, 2 goals in a minute, Gareth, you're done, and that was the case. We still had chances. Dara, to be fair, Dara's got a chance to put us 2-1 up. Actually, it hits the bar. But it's the third goal, I think it's Lewis McGrath's charging forward, and Mikel's coming to help me. Can as a midfielder give the ball away there, your full-back's out of position, and they capitalised for that. And listen, if you look at the goals back, it's transitions. It's not as if they've cut us open. It's transitions where we've tried to break, they're breaking us, and it's 3 goals. And even the fourth one, if you look back to the goal against Raith Rovers, the importance of not letting people inside you, and again we just allowed players on the side, and you do that, you're going to get punished, and we did. But so it's sore, and I said that to them. You know, I feel for you guys, the fans, to watch the last 2 games at home. It's not good enough. I fully accept that. I pick the team, I'll take it to the chin. It's my job to get them up for it as quick as we can and go again. Obviously we're off a league duty next week. We're at home to Elgin and then away to Dundee United. So we've got 2 weeks to prepare for obviously a league game. We've got a massive game next week against Elgin that we want to get back to winning ways at home, and that'll be the full focus. You know, I know it's not good enough. The players know that. And all we can do is apologise, you know, or I can apologise, because that isn't a Dougie Imrie Morton team playing, certainly the last 2 games.
And just in the second half, you mentioned the 3 goals. From your point of view, it's got to be disappointing with the manner of it, and like you said, transitioning and 3 of them getting hit in the counter attack.
Yeah, it's just naive defending. Like I say, we prided ourselves last season on the amount of goals we conceded at home. I think it was 16 in 18 games. And in the last 2 we've conceded 7, so you can see where the problem is at the moment. Conceding goals is hurting us. But we'll come again. It's the early part of the season. I'm not going to get too worried at the moment. We've got plenty of time to turn it around and get back to the way I know this team should and can play.
And it's always the same story of the Championship. You know, you can go on a run of bad games, but 1 win can change everything, and you're right back up there.
Yeah, 100%. You know, it's a crazy league. I mean, that's the thing I keep saying. There's a coat of paint between everybody in this league, Gareth, and if you're not at it or you switch off, you'll get punished. There's good players in this division. And credit to Partick Thistle and Chris Doolan, they deserved a victory. They were clinical. But I think if we had defended better, we could have come away with a positive result today.
And we saw Robbie Crawford coming off quite early into the first half. Do we know any news on him so far?
He's got a wee tweak in his hamstring, so obviously we'll need to assess that. Stephen Boyd to come off an eye problem. At the moment, a lot of things seem to be going against us. That was a question I was asked earlier as well. I think last season we went through the full season with 1 injury. At the moment we're just getting injuries left, right and centre. But that's not an excuse. I'll never use excuses. At the end of the day we weren't good enough today again. And then all credit to Partick, they deserved a victory. And
next week, a break from the league, a really good chance for the boys to now refocus and progression in the cup.
Yeah, we want to go as far as we can in all the cups, and no, Saturday's no different against Elgin. We want to do that, but it gives an opportunity to maybe bring in some boys that haven't been playing to get game time, get up to speed. You know, Shug's come in for Queenie South, needing to get up to speed. He's not had much game time. There's 1 or 2 others. We Jack Byrne, no had game time. He'll need game time. So there's options to play 1 or 2. Obviously, we want to get through the tie. So we'll be careful on how many changes we make, but certainly there'll be 1 or 2 to give boys game time.